I kept a $3,000 prize to myself when I originally planned to share it with my boyfriend. My boyfriend Jake and I had been playing the lottery together for 2 years. Every Saturday morning, we'd pool our money and buy tickets at the corner store near our apartment. Same numbers every time. His lucky number 7, my lucky number 13, and various birthdays. It was our weekend tradition. Jake worked at an auto shop and I was a barista at a local coffee chain. We split everything 50-50. Rent, utilities, groceries, even date nights. When we talked about what we'd do if we ever won big, it was always we. Jake would say we'd buy a motorcycle and travel cross country. I'd dream about paying off my student loans and opening my own cafe. 3 weeks ago, Jake had to cover someone's shift on Saturday morning. I almost skipped getting our tickets, but decided to go anyway since it was our routine. I bought our usual numbers, plus one quick pick ticket just because I had an extra $1. Sunday morning, I was having breakfast and checking the numbers on my phone. Our regular ticket was worthless, like always, but that quick pick ticket, my coffee went cold as I stared at the screen. I checked it 10 times before accepting it was real. $3 million. My first instinct was to call Jake immediately. I actually started dialing, then hesitated. Something made me pause. Maybe it was how he'd been acting recently, coming home later than usual, being vague about his plans, seeming distant during conversations. I decided to have a serious talk with him first. That evening, I brought up our relationship and asked if he was happy. Jake got uncomfortable and said he'd been thinking about things. After some gentle pushing, he admitted he wasn't sure we were right for each other long term. Then he dropped the real bomb. He'd been having doubts for months and had developed feelings for someone else, a customer at the shop named Maria. He said nothing physical had happened, but he couldn't stop thinking about her. I sat there processing this while my brain screamed about the lottery ticket hidden in my purse. This man who was supposed to be my partner was basically breaking up with me because he had a crush on someone else. I told him I understood and that maybe we should take some time apart. He looked relieved, which told me everything I needed to know. We agreed he'd move out that week. Monday morning, I took a personal day and went to the lottery office. I signed all the paperwork, set up the payments, and opened a new bank account. Jake moved out Wednesday while I was at work. He left his key and a note saying he hoped we could stay friends. 2 weeks later, I quit my job and told everyone I was moving to help care for a sick relative. I found a beautiful apartment across town and paid 6 months upfront. Jake had no idea where I'd gone. Last week, my friend Sarah told me Jake had been asking about me. Apparently, things didn't work out with Maria. She wasn't interested in someone who'd leave his girlfriend for a fantasy. He wanted to talk things through and see if we could work it out. I ignored his calls and texts. Yesterday, he showed up at my old apartment building. My former neighbor said he seemed confused when she told him I'd moved away weeks ago without leaving a forwarding address. Jake will never know how different his life could have been if he'd just been honest about his feelings instead of chasing someone else. Sometimes timing really is everything.